Refuge. That's what this song is. This was a place where I needed to go when the world was an onslaught I could not handle, and the song became a place to rest my heart for a minute, but it also gradually, as I wrote it, became a way of expressing my gratitude to what music has done for my life. Because when it gives me that different perspective, like staying dry under an umbrella, the umbrella does not change the sky. Music does not change the world. Music completely changes the world. So this song is all about that. And for me, I love the way that it has this simplicity, easy to follow. And yet there are images in it that I'm trying to resonate. Like when I say that between the paintings, it's cold white wall. The frame of the painting, the fact that a little rowboat can hold back the whole ocean, all these things I set side by side because emotionally they're telling the same story. I'm looking at the paintings in this great museum. The news of one more shooting made me long to cry. I'd love to work for justice and for peace and freedom, but right now I need a refuge that is quiet and dry. So I come to see the beauty when the world is tragic. An umbrella stops the rain, but it won't dry the sky. But this play of light and shadow is transcendent magic, and it changes the whole universe, at least inside. In the ocean deep, when these waves are steep, every hope I keep betrays me. It's the beautiful that saves me. This is what you're doing for people when you're writing songs. So I'm walking past these priceless works of famous artists, but in between their canvases, it's cold white wall. These painters found their crucible for their catharsis, but they knew that no rendition could contain it all. I'm fearful of the riptide in the sea of sorrow, and I don't have any faith to make these waters part. If I venture out there, I would drown a martyr, and it feels so overwhelming I can barely start. In the ocean deep, when these waves are steep, every hope I keep betrays me. It's the beautiful that saves me. Now the woman at the coat check hands me back my raincoat. Stay warm out there, she smiles and looks me in the eye. I take her simple kindness like we're in the same boat, and we all need some protection from the storm outside. We are underneath the cloud of all this dark emotion, but I'll make it through the storm because I've warmed my heart. A wooden hull can rest above a deep, dark ocean, and a window into beauty is a place to start. in the ocean deep, when these waves are steep, every hope I keep betrays me. It's the beautiful that saves me. It's the beautiful. There's a lot of nouns, a lot of things that I have said in this song. I have said umbrella. I have said lifeboat. I have said painting. What have I not said? What have I not said? There was a verse in here about the guitar. It was about the guitar that was held in this case like an oasis of perfection. And as I realized that the song was kind of eating itself, I realized, no, it can't be about the guitar. That's obvious. That's where I get my refuge. As a matter of fact, I can walk through the most beautiful museums in the world. I've done it. And the paintings do not change my life. And I grieve for that. I miss that. I imagine that there might be people who can hear a song and think, oh, that's nice. And it doesn't wreck them for the whole day. And I think, oh, they're missing it. But for me, I knew I had to write this about images that would line up on top of each other. So you'd look through the painting, the frame of the painting that holds back the cold white wall, that holds back the harsh reality. Within the painting, within the frame, a painter can get the courage to create a world of beauty. So you can't fix the whole world. You can't, I mentioned the faith to make the waters part. Okay, so if Moses is trying to get through the ocean or the Red Sea, and there's no miracle that's going to happen, I don't have faith to make the waters part. What do I have? I have a lifeboat, but a lifeboat can hold back the whole ocean. I say in here, a wooden hull. Where is it? Oh man, a wooden hull can rest above a deep, dark ocean, and a window into beauty is a place to start. So the woman at the coat check, there's a storm outside. The museum is refuge, not just in the beauty, but the museum is actually refuge from the rain. And what about the rain? What do I say? We are underneath a cloud of all this dark emotion, but I'll make it through the storm because I've warmed my heart. A wooden hull. What do I mean by the wooden hull? I mean the paintings. That's what the whole song is about. I'm walking through this gallery of priceless paintings. The news of one more shooting made me long to cry. I'd love to work for justice and for peace and freedom, but right now I need a refuge that is quiet and dry. So I come to see the beauty when the world is tragic. An umbrella stops the rain, but it won't dry the sky. The play of light and shadow is transcendent magic, and it changes the whole universe, at least inside. Inside where this ocean deep, storm of emotion, when the waves are steep, I'm in danger of being swamped. Every hope I keep betrays me. I think I'm going to sink. It's the beautiful that saves me. The lifeboat, the painting, the guitar. And so for me, this is a song about giving us courage to write, because I say, in between the paintings, there's cold white wall. In other words, okay, I could write a beautiful song. Who cares? It won't change the world. Wait a minute. These painters found a crucible. What's a crucible? A crucible is a thing where you purify metal. You heat it. It's not nice. It's like intense. These painters found a crucible for their catharsis. What's a catharsis? I love that these words give you like work to do, you know? These painters found a crucible for their catharsis, but they knew that no rendition could contain it all. So they're working within a frame. They're not going to change the world. Now, I just said that it changed the world. One verse back, I just said it changes the whole universe, at least inside the museum, inside my heart, under the umbrella. The umbrella doesn't dry the sky, but I sure am dry. I sure am able to stop crying. So to me, the way all these things came together, what it does is it makes a resonance, like when many people are singing together, there's this deep resonance and harmonics. There's actually harmonics of meaning. There's a way of saying painting, lifeboat, guitar, you know, it just goes on and on. And what it does is it lines up, this is like that is like this. And so when you do that with music, and when you have a chord progression that gives you this satisfying feeling of coming home, of comfort, and then in the chorus you have this place where there's dissonance. You have this place where it says, "My hope betrays me." It's no coincidence that that line lands on the dissonant chord. See? So I have this place where I'm saying, in the ocean deep, when these waves are steep, every hope I keep betrays me. It's the beautiful. Keep that sus going. You're not home yet. That saves me. And right away, it's another sus. Wait a minute, I want to stay there. No, you can't stay there. You have to go back out into the storm. The woman at the coat check hands me back my raincoat. Stay warm out there, she smiles and looks me in the eye. I had just been so overwhelmed at this shooting that I was crying at everything, thinking it was all hopeless. And suddenly I'm crying in a different way. I take her simple kindness, that word take, meaning like I need this. I take her simple kindness like we're in the same boat. Wait a minute, boat? That's from the first verse. But now I use this phrase, in the same boat. It's a colloquialism, it's a cliche, but it's not anymore because I've set it up. We're all in the same boat. We all need some protection from the storm outside, underneath the cloud of all this dark emotion. So the storm is a storm? No, the storm is an emotion. The painting is a painting? No, it's a window into beauty. So to me, what this song did for me was I came to the song for refuge. And I said to the guitar, I am so grateful that I have a place in my life where I can come and ask for a miraculous healing, where I can say, tell me how this is somehow okay. I mean, not that it's okay, but that I can live a life of dignity and a life of empowered purpose in the midst of suffering and anguish and injustice and all that. Tell me how I can sustain this. And the guitar says to me, ever seen an umbrella, Dave? Don't just walk out there and get soaked. What do you need? So to me, this is a song that says to me, this little pointless, silly little thing that we're doing makes all the difference in the world. And it's a funny way to say it, because I stack up all these images and I want you to look through all of them and see that they're saying the same thing. To me, the simplicity is so welcoming. You never feel lost, you know? It's always like, if you had to film it, it would be simple. I walk into the museum, I look at some paintings, I walk out. But the transformation, the emotional transformation that I'm trying to say, I even have compassion for the painters who killed themselves thinking it was pointless. I have compassion for the painters who found a crucible for their catharsis. Good God, I
And
love that
only
line.
only you, Dave, could actually get away with the crucible for their catharsis, even though those are really deeply um, difficult words to spit out. They're singable.
Yeah.
It sings, and you sing it so beautifully. That was epic. That whole thing you just did was so epic.